Welcome to Head Full of Radio, where a longtime Radiohead fan goes through the whole recorded discography alongside his friend, who's only familiar with the song Creep. Will we agree on the songs? Can I convert him into a fan? Let's find out.
Oh, sad day for my computer as a whole, though. I guess it was technically yesterday, but I had a screw come loose and something kind of snapped yesterday as I went to close my laptop. So we may be losing the whole thing, really. I mean, I'm going to see, you know me, I'll see how long I can drag this thing through the mud. But
yeah. Ooh.
It's a sad day.
There.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm in mourning.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I feel the love.
Welcome back to episode 45. Wow, we're getting up there, aren't we?
We are, and it doesn't feel like it, in a bad way. It's not dragging. I'm as enthused as I was in the early days, if not more so.
Well, we're on episode 45, which is the first of two remixes of Planet Telex. We've listened to Planet Telex already. You gave it an ed, which is favorable, I guess.
It's solid.
Yeah. Just out of context here, I feel like I should just throw a little bit of it at you. It sounds like
I will not be mad about that.
It certainly helps.
Are we going for the OG version you're going to show me?
Yeah. Oh, let's do a live version. That'll be fun. Look at that look on Tom's face.
That is some scary Dobby level Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings isn't Dobby, but you know what I mean. Schmeagol, that one.
I'm going to use that as the cover of this episode. We're doing all of the we're gonna use that. So we're just gonna listen to this quickly. See if you remember it. So this is from Coachella 2004.
Oh wow! And
what actually happens here is, I'm gonna cut this part out, but this is part of their encore.
Oh, cool!
And they tell
interesting
Johnny
as an encore song.
Yeah, they tell Johnny to play whatever he wants.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So he stands there for a minute.
I couldn't make out a word of that, but go off.
Yeah. We'll edit this part out, but here you go, listen to it. It's up to you, Johnny.
Oh, wow.
He's like, what do I do?
That's so wild, but so cool.
Yeah. So
you're superficially inflating it now because I'm getting the vibes of this is the encore song. He just picked it in the moment. That just adds to the hype and excitement.
So you should recognize it shortly. Boy, he's singing it.
I cannot make out a word he's saying, though.
That's the live Tom York voice.
Gotcha.
There you go. I'll fast forward it here. Do you recognize this at all?
Yes. Somewhat, but maybe that's because I just heard it a few seconds ago.
Right. We'll just leave it on for a minute. I think I still know the words to this. Let me see.
Watch me be like, I prefer the... What's it called? The remix, but then I rate it lower. That would be such a me thing to do.
So, for those who didn't know, we spent some time listening in the of Planet Telex just to remind our young squire here what that song sounds like.
And he is successfully reminded.
Yes. He knows all the words now?
Let's tone it down just a sec.
And we're gonna
Especially
hop
with
into
Tom,
this
good old
remix.
Tom.
Yeah, we're gonna hop into this remix and see how it sounds. Here we go.
Okay, I'm
This is
excited.
the hexadecimal mix.
Go!
I wish I would know what that might imply, but I don't, and that makes me even more intrigued.
Apparently, hexadecimal is a numbering system with the base of 16.
Yeah, that doesn't translate to me in terms of musically, unless if it's
Ooh, I like those drums. And the
okay.
bass. It's very like trip hop, you know?
Yeah, I'm getting that. It's like I want to lay back in my chair and just stare at the ceiling.
Yeah.
Just feel what it's telling me.
It's
Try to say
actually
something
longer
overly
than the
profound.
original song.
Yeah, it does feel a bit more slightly like drawn out in a sense,
And
but I don't mind it so far
This-
at least.
this little bit is the bit at the end.
Oh. So I wonder if they've duplicated it and it's going to be at the end as well.
Oh, it's going to be all over the place.
All over the shop. Ooh, funky.
See, now this is the chorus part.
I see. Yeah, I feel like they're teasing me a little bit, and I'm kind of like, have you got any lyrics for me yet?
Hmm. Is to keep me going like this. Broken.
There we go.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever heard the bass like that on its own. Like I knew it was there in the original song, but it's now, because it's all by itself, it sounds better.
Yeah. Okay, the one thing I will say, although I was kind of getting a bit frustrated with how long it took to start, the opening line being "you can force it, but it will not come" does feel quite thematic to that sort
It's
of
true.
messaging.
Agreed.
So they get a bit of flavor points for that.
I like the piano too. Like,
Ooh.
by the way, I'm reading that Tom did the vocal track on this in one take, like of
Wow.
the original song, and that they were all drunk.
I mean, a lot of the way he sings, or like they perform, I wouldn't be surprised.
It's true.
Like they're talented, but they've just got that element of just WTF-ery that kind of just translates.
Oh, what's that? It sounds like a knife digging into my ear.
Mm-hmm. So it's definitely like slightly unsettling. Yeah, it's like there's like a distortion in the Matrix type vibes, like something's not quite right.
Yeah.
I feel like this is something you'd play to someone that you want to make them feel a bit unnerved.
Or you're driving in your car and it's 2 a.m. and you're like, you were drunk, but now you're sober.
Oh, that's so upsetting. Don't say that.
No, but I mean, like, in the good way. Like, you know, I gotta drive.
Okay.
I need something to like keep me on the road and be good.
Gotcha. I don't know. This would make me kind of want to swerve a little bit.
The party is done.
I don't think this would settle me down.
It seems very like of its time though. Like I think I said that last week too, but it's very like Chemical Brothers, Fatboy Slim-y.
Oh, okay, I can see that. Yeah, I do get that.
It gives me that sort of weird 90s remix vibe.
Yeah, that's sort of like...
There's cool
I mean,
parts,
they've always
but
had a bit of
doesn't go
emo-ness
anywhere.
to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel that. I mean, if she's saying what? Everything is broken, everyone is broken, everyone is broken. Why can't you forget? Why can't you forget? Why can't you forget?
Yeah.
So, not something I would want to be listening to on the drive home personally.
Well, I would keep you awake with it.
If I had company, I'll be solid. But if I'm alone in the car, Lord, stay with me. Not that I'm religious, but
well, you might.
I need someone else in the room. Yeah. Right. Trying to connect to some sort of higher power to just keep my wits about me. God, this song does go on a bit, doesn't it?
It's going, yeah. Well, you can buy this on vinyl for £62.
Ooh.
This whole single is £62.
That makes sense.
That's not cheap.
Yeah, but the whole thing. But no, you're right. It's not exactly just a little splash of money. It's
for those
quite
wondering,
substantial.
That's $80 American.
Yes.
So that was. It's still going a little bit, but that was
still is, yeah.
The hexadecimal mix of Planet Telex at 6 minutes and 44 seconds. One of the longer songs I think we've had on this thing so far.
It was.
I wouldn't necessarily call it a song.
I wouldn't call it many things that I would consider complimentary personally.
I would call this a pastiche of noises.
I love that word. I don't know if I've heard it before, but it's going to enter my vocabulary.
You're going to be a pasticher.
Oh, this is...
I don't know.
In Greek, we have this word pasticcio, which is like sort of like a Greek lasagna. So that's where my mind goes.
Okay, well, pastiche is like, it's like imitating the style.
Right, that does marry up with what you were saying earlier. I should be able to remember that.
And I think this is like a Radiohead pastiche. It's like it's not a real Radiohead song. It's kind of just like, how do I describe it? It's like normally I ask you first.
Yeah, but I'm happy for you to let you drive, not gonna lie. Especially given the metaphor of needing that person in the car.
It's not something I would put on again.
Yeah, I agree.
It sounds like it's there to fill the second side of a record, this single, to me.
That's fair.
It's like, we're bored in the studio, let's do this thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of yeah. So
where do you score it then? With that in mind?
I don't want to score it something that might hinder your score. Like,
if you want to keep it silent, that's fine.
Okay, I will tell you, I have a score somewhere around the Colin and Phil zone.
Right. I'm glad that I felt like I was going to come out seeming very extreme by saying the same thing, but I'm with you.
Okay.
But yeah, I hear what you're saying. Like, definitely we're in the era of like sort of AI music. So I feel like I've listened to a fair few things where they've got a different singer singing like a cover of someone else's song.
Right.
And you talking about that kind of was very reminiscent to me of that sort of like, feeling.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know, like this, I just felt a bit wound up listening to it, truth be told. Like, I was like, they're not respecting my time. They're just putting this on. They're making it however long they want. They're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, good for you, I guess, but I'm out. Like, enjoy the party. I'm going home.
Would you pay like 80
I
American
would
or
not pay.
60
I would want a
pounds?
refund if I had paid.
All right, so I'm going to count us down. We're going to say our scores at the same time.
Okay.
All right, this is going to be a first, okay? Because I think we deserve it for this song.
Mm.
I'm going to say go, and then we'll go. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go.
Colin. I'm just flat out calling it. I feel like I've wound myself up listening to it.
Yeah, that's our first. You've rated one thing a Colin, and that was when you watched the Creep video for the first time.
Oh wow, I was not a happy bunny with that, I guess.
Yeah, I've never rated something. I've rated something close to. I was close to that with stuff that happened on the Itch EP, but this is our first double Colin. So thank you, Hexadecimal Mix, for our lowest rated episode.
We love having, like the highs and the lows to appreciate everything in between. So You gave us that. I will give you that much feedback.
I'd be interested to see if we ever rate anything like half Colin at any point.
Oh, that's an option. That's fair.
You know? Now it's making me think of like, what do I need to think of for what we could use for a 0 score?
Wow.
Yeah.
Hopefully one that we won't have to implement too soon, but something to keep in the back of our head.
Yeah, I'll have to think about it, but we'll see.
Were there any temp members of the band?
I actually think the little guy that's on the cover of the Amnesiac album is a sad little thing. I forget what it is.
Oof, that doesn't sound great.
I forget what he's called. It's a minotaur. It's a crying minotaur.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna do crying minotaur as a 0.
Okay.
Because if we're given something a 0, we would probably be crying like a minotaur as well.
That seems fair.
Yeah. Let's hope next week is better.
It's another Planet Telex remix, right?
Yeah.
Do we know if this remix came out before the other remix, or was it all just simultaneous?
They were simultaneous, but here's the difference. I don't know who did this one, the Hexadecimal. I can't find any, but I can find that LFO was an actual DJ mixing pair. From Leeds in West Yorkshire, United Kingdom.
Oh, from Leeds, was it?
From Leeds. They are named after the low-frequency oscillator component of synthesizers. They have stuff. So let's see if it's any different. Thanks, by the way. That wasn't the name of the episode, so thank you.
Great, yeah. I would love to be more thankful, but
wow, the ending of this episode definitely got a call in too.
Well, you're all welcome for us keeping thematic with it all.
Yeah, everything here is broken too.
One
See you next week.
Bye, everyone.
That was fantastic.
Well, it made us feel, I guess.
Yeah.
This podcast is recorded over Discord and produced by me, Floyd. The introduction and exit music is a cover of Radiohead's Separator and is available on all streaming services under the band name Lift. Find us on Instagram @HeadFullOfRadio.